Well, good afternoon and welcome to Gordon, Nebraska for the final home game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Morrill Lions. This is the final home game of the season for these Lady Mustangs. The boys, as we'll see later on, will have one more home contest left against Valentine next Friday the 20th. But for these girls, this is the final home game of the season and the final game here in Gordon for a couple of seniors that the Mustangs will certainly miss next year. Glad to have you along with us on a cold and cloudy, wintry Valentine's Day. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. We'll step aside and we'll be back with some starting lineups and some other pregame activities in just a minute. And a programming note, the Parents' Night activities will take place at halftime of the girls basketball game here. So if you're tuning in and want to see the Parents' Night and the introduction of the parents and the seniors, make sure to stay close at halftime, as we will have that for you. Halftime of the girls' game. 16 minutes and 40 seconds before the opening tip of today's game. Glad to have you along with us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Hi, I'm Clint Anderson, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Wherever we're broadcasting from, you can bet that I got there in a Ford vehicle from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. I've been a Sides and Milburn customer for over 20 years, and I can't imagine going anywhere else to buy or trade vehicles. I may be able to find a cheaper vehicle somewhere else, but the hometown service I get at Sides and Milburn Ford is worth way more than a trip to Rapid City or Denver. I hope you enjoyed today's game. And when you're ready to trade vehicles, stop in and see the good folks at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Fifteen and a half minutes to the opening tip of today's game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Morrill Lions. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. Being a Saturday afternoon game, lots of activities going on in Gordon and Rushville today. And so one of the things, and with the combination of only having 2 quarters of girls and boys basketball action, we're running a little bit ahead of schedule. And one of the groups that didn't really get the memo is the Gordon-Rushville Band. And so we don't have any of the outstanding music and entertainment that we usually have from the band. And so having to have the girls warm up to some regular copyrighted music, and when we let that play across the broadcast, it ends up with pop-up ads coming up on your broadcast, and we certainly don't want that. So what we're going to do here for a little bit, we're going to mute the broadcast, so don't worry if you don't have any sound coming through. I've turned it off on this end, and hopefully we'll remember to turn it back on when the broadcast starts. I have done that before. We'll make every effort to make sure that we've got sound as we get closer and ready to go with basketball action. 14 and a half minutes left to go now. We'll get some starting lineups and be back in just a bit here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Just about 10 minutes left to go in the pregame here before the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs get set to take on the Morrill Lions in the final home game of the season for these Lady Mustangs. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two ball clubs here this afternoon. For the visiting Morrill Lions, they come into today's game with a season record of 10-10. Starters this afternoon for the Lions. Number 4, Leanne Sheridan. She is a junior. We did this last time and we didn't have their heights. Let's see if we can get those as we go. And no, we do not have heights listed for the Lady Lions. Number 4 is Leanne Sheridan. She is a junior. She averages 6 points and 4 rebounds per game. Number 5 is Shaylin Lackey. She is a sophomore, averaging 7 points per game. Number 10 is Jessica Harvey. She is a sophomore, leads the team in scoring with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals per game. Number 23 is Bailey Steiner. She is a sophomore. And number 24, Caitlin Margheim, also a sophomore. For the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, and they are a short-handed group today. Last night's game at Bridgeport, the Mustangs lost Ashton Sassy, the 5'8 junior, out of the starting lineup. She will not be available today as she's trying to get healed up and assures us that she will absolutely be ready to go on Monday, and certainly hope that that is the case for her. I know she hates being out of the lineup here today. So they're without Ashton Sassy. They've also been without Shania Friesman for the last several weeks with a shoulder separation. And also informed before today's game that one of the senior starters, Denny Jacobson, battling bronchitis, but she is listed in the starting lineup and plans on starting and playing at least a portion of today's game. And so the Mustangs very, very short-handed coming into this last regular season game. They come into today's game with a record of 12 wins and 8 losses after a disappointing loss last night at Bridgeport. Starters today for the Mustangs. Number 11, Haley Saar on senior night. She is a 5'7" senior. She averages 10 points per game. Number 12 is Denny Jacobson, the other senior on the roster. She is a 5'9" senior. She averages 4 points and 7 rebounds per game. Number 13 is Josie Perez. She is a 5'7" sophomore. She averages 17 points and 6 rebounds per game. Number 22 is Carly Hinn, a 5'11" sophomore, averaging 6 points and 7 rebounds per game. And into the starting lineup today, in place of Ashton Sassy, is number 23, Kenna Campbell. Kenna is a 5'8" sophomore, and off the bench all season, she has averaged 5 points and 4 rebounds per game. So not a lot of drop-off there, as the Mustangs will insert Kenna Campbell into that 5th spot in the lineup. These Mustangs defeated the Morrill Lions in the first round of the Western Trails Conference a week ago. They defeated the Lions 54-38. Morrill kept it very, very close all the way through the first half and well into the second before the Mustangs were finally able to put some distance between themselves and the Lions late in the game. Final score there, 54-38. Mustangs will have their hands full today as they try to get that 13th win of the season and head to sub-district play. Let's take a look while we have a minute. Take a look at the sub-district bracket for the C112 sub-district that will be played in Alliance. The Mustangs with the 4 seed, they'll be taking on the 5-seeded Chase County Longhorns. That game will be Monday night at 6:30 p.m. from Alliance, and we are proud to announce that we will be there to bring that game to you. This is the first season that the NSAA has allowed us to do live video broadcasts of sub-district and district playoff events, and we are very proud to be able to bring that action to you on Monday night. That's 6:30 p.m. from Alliance. The winner of that game moves up the bracket and will face the top-seeded Mitchell Tigers on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock from Alliance as well. And you'll recall that these Mustangs went down to Mitchell and beat the Mitchell Tigers on their home floor a couple of weeks ago. So when everything is working right, these young Mustangs can play with anybody, and they'd certainly like to have that opportunity as they head through sub-district play. So again, be sure to join us Monday night, 6:30 p.m. We'll have that call for you from Alliance. Just under 5 minutes to go in the pregame here as we get set for girls varsity basketball action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Morrill Lions. I always like to remind everybody something new that we've added here over the last couple of weeks. If you are on Twitter, if you're a Twitter follower, take this opportunity right now and fire off a tweet. Let us know where it is that you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Anything you think we ought to know, and what we'll do, we'll have a ticker that runs during halftime of both the boys and the girls games, and maybe during halftime if we have a little bit of, or between the games if we have time for that. But we'll have that ticker running, but just make sure that you include the handle at SC Journal Star in your tweet. Our filter will pick that up, and we'll be able to post those tweets and have the ticker running when we have a minute during today's game. Just under 4 minutes to go in the pregame. We'll step aside and be back in time for the introductions of the starting lineups here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
Just about 2 minutes left to the opening tip of today's game. Say thanks to today's sponsors. We'll tell you more about them as we work our way through the broadcast, but it is these sponsors that make it all possible for us to bring these games to you. So stop in and give them a shout and let them know that you appreciate their sponsorship of these broadcasts. Those sponsors for today's game: Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart in Gordon, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and of course the Sheridan County Journal Star. We are just about ready to get things underway with a national anthem. And again, if we have a recorded version of that national anthem, we will have to step aside. Looks like maybe we're going to have that actually sung today, and that will be outstanding. So we'll be glad to bring that to you right about now. The national anthem done today by Shania Friesman and Cody Darnell. Before today's game, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
From Morrill, number 4, Leanne Sherrod. Number 5, Sheridan County. Number 10, Jessica Harvey. Number 23, Bailey Steiner. Number 24, Caitlin Marheim. Assistant coach is Josie Ryan and head coach is Josh Giroux. Now for your Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs. Number 11, Haley Sarr, 5'7" senior. Number 12, Denny Jacobson, a 5'9" senior. Number 13, Josie Perez, a 5'7" sophomore. Number 22, Carly Hinn, a 5'11" sophomore. Number 23, Kenna Campbell, a 5'8" sophomore. The Mustangs are coached by Angela Henderson and head coach Randy Holbert.
So there are the starting lineups. Let's take a quick rundown for you quickly here one more time. For the Morrill Lions, starters today, number 4, Leanne Sherrod. Number 5, Shaylin Lackey. Number 10 is Jessica Harvey. Number 23, Bailey Steiner. And number 24, Caitlin Marheim. For the Mustangs, number 11, Haley Sarr. Number 12, Denny Jacobson. Number 13, Josie Perez. Number 22, Carly Hinn. And number 23, Kenna Campbell. Carly Hinn and Jessica Harvey in the center circle, ready to jump this up and get it underway. And away we go as Hinn controls the tip. Kenna Campbell brings it up the floor. The Mustangs to go to work here. First offensive possession of the game. Looks like they're going to be working against a 2-3 zone by the Morrill Lions. Hinn in the corner, drives baseline. Now she's trapped, comes out top. That's tipped by Lackey. Into the lane goes Perez. Can't get the shot to fall. And now here comes Jessica Harvey, 2-on-1. Harvey across to Sherrod. And we've got a block that time. Out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Morrill Lions. 7:34, no score in the early going here. Caitlin Marheim steps back to inbound the basketball for the Lions. Goes inside for Harvey. Harvey makes herself a little bit of space and knocks that one down for the early 2-0 lead. Kenna Campbell quickly up the floor, but has her pass taken away by Jessica Harvey, and then we've got a foul called against Haley Sarr, her first of the game. So as we said earlier, the Mustangs extremely short-handed here this afternoon. They are playing without starter Ashton Sassy. She's got a forearm injury that she suffered in last night's game. She is out, but assures everyone that she will be playing on Monday night in the first round of sub-district action. As there's a takeaway by Kenna Campbell, but given right back, and now the Mustangs get it back again. Here comes Josie Perez. Perez all the way in, draws contact off the front of the rim, and Josie will have a pair of free throws coming here. Give that foul to Shaylin Lackey. That is her first, and it puts Perez at the line for 2. 6:59 to go, and a 2-0 Morrill lead. As Josie cuts that in half, it's 2-1. So the Mustangs without the services of Ashton Sassy today, as Perez makes them both, and so they've called up Sawney Fortin and Madison Yonker onto the varsity squad for today's action. And this is Marheim and has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Morrill Lions. This will be Lackey to inbound it. Lackey throws it in, and luckily Marheim there to track it down. Jessica Harvey goes to work. Mustangs in that 1-3-1 zone. They love to play this zone defense, and they've gotten better at it the whole season. As there's another one put in by the Lions. Shaylin Lackey on the basket, makes it 4-2. Carly Hinn loses it off her fingertips and out of bounds. Mustangs turn it back over. 6:29 to go, first quarter, and a 4-2 Morrill Lion lead. Marheim swings it around to Sherrod. In the corner for Lackey. Lackey skips it across to Markheim, finds Harvey. Then the pass taken away, and now here comes Josie Perez. Leaves it for Haley Saar. Jumper, that won't go, and Harvey with the rebound. And Harvey is going to get a blocking call against Josie Perez. That'll be her first. They had Harvey trapped down there. She put an elbow or a shoulder into Josie, and Josie called for the blocking foul as Markheim comes out, and now into the game comes Taylor Wedham for the Morrill Lions. 6:02 to go, and it's a 4-2 Morrill Lions lead. Steiner at the high post tries to go down low. That's taken away by the Mustangs, and here comes Kenna Campbell. 3-on-2. Kenna goes right side. Now they'll try to go back inside, and that's poked away. Picked up here by Jessica Harvey coming down the left side. Long three-pointer by Harvey. That one is an air ball, lands out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball with 5:34 to go. As now the clock is, now finally they get the clock stopped. 5:31 to go when they finally rectify that, and here comes Haley Saar. She'll work against some pressure by the Morrill Lions. Goes across to Kenna Campbell. Down low, easy shot that time for Carly Hinn, and she missed it. It was a little bit too easy. Carly had an outstanding game last night at Bridgeport, and that was as easy a shot as she could have, and just misfired there. It certainly happens. 5:10 to go, still a 4-2 lead by Morrill. Steiner, turnaround jumper. That one's short. Hinn with a rebound. Baseball pass. Haley Saar trying to track it down. She does have to peel it back out. Finds a trailing Josie Perez. Pull-up jumper. Rolls off no good. And rebounded by Steiner for Morrill. Still a 2-point Morrill lead at 4-2. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and a timeout called by the Morrill Lions. 4:47 left to go here in the first quarter. It's Morrill 4 and Gordon-Rushville 2. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles and what they might do for your insurance rates. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 282-2080. So back to basketball action here. 4-2, low-scoring affair as we're just about midway through the first quarter. Morrill with the 2-point lead. 2 team fouls for the Mustangs, just 1 for the Morrill Lions. Harvey has it. One-handed baseball pass back to the corner. Now back up top, new player in the game, that's Stephanie Tarrin. She loses it, but it's picked up by Wedham in the corner. Wedham has her pass knocked away. Keely Campbell now into the game. She picks up the loose ball, gets it to Kenna Campbell. Kenna finds Carly Hinn, one dribble, and she has got her shot blocked out of bounds. That was Lackey trailing the play and knocked it out of there. Mustangs will maintain possession as Sheridan and Markheim come in. Wedham and Steiner head to the bench for the Morrill Lions. 4:24 to go. They get it into Perez. Three-pointer on the way. That one misses everything, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be Morrill basketball. So neither team shooting particularly well from behind the three-point arc. In fact, neither one of them has even touched the rim on a three-pointer yet, though I'm sure that will change as time goes along here. Jessica Harvey crosses the timeline and sets the offense, working against this 1-3-1 zone. In the corner for Markheim. Baseline jumper is good. Caitlin Markheim on the board makes it a 6-2 lead with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs work against that 2-3 zone. They swing it around. Haley Saar, jumper, good! Haley Saar on the board. Pulls the Mustangs back within 2 at 6-4 with 3:45 to go. Tarrin tracks it down in the corner. She's trapped but finds Markheim. She'll get it back out to Jessica Harvey, and they'll reset the offense. On the wing for Lackey. Now back to Tarrin. Tarrin tries to go inside, out of bounds, off of Sheridan, and it'll be Mustang basketball on the turnover. 3:31 to go. Mustangs still trail it by 2 at 6-4. They've not led in this game yet. On the wing for Perez. Now back up top to Campbell. Haley Saar on the wing. Skip pass all the way across to Perez. Lays it up. Can't get that to go. Jessica Harvey clears the rebound for the Lions. 3:10 to go, and Morrill back to work on offense. They go baseline for Sherrod. Sherrod puts it on the floor, dribbles. Now she'll put it back up top for Harvey. Harvey drives in, kicks it out for Lackey. Lackey penetrates into the paint, kicks it out for Taryn. Taryn hounded out there defensively. She'll get it across to Harvey with 2:51 to go. Harvey inside, knocked away, but there's Lackey picking it up. Her shot stripped as she went up for the shot, and it's Keely Campbell that comes out of there with it. She gets it to Kenna Campbell, and up the floor she comes. Kenna hands it off. No, she keeps it herself and works off to the right wing. 4 Mustang players on this right side. Haley Saar all by herself on the weak side. They go high post for Keely Campbell. Keely has it taken away by Jessica Harvey, but she stepped on the sideline and turns it back over to the Mustangs. 2:23 to go, 6-4 game. Stephanie Taryn comes out, and Bailey Steiner back into the game now for the Morrill Lions. On the wing for Perez. She goes inside to Keely Campbell. Her shot won't fall. And Sherrod comes out of there with a rebound. Hands it off to Jessica Harvey. Harvey will walk it up the floor with 2:05 to go first quarter. Still just a 6-4 Morrill lead. They skip it across to Margheim. Kicks it out to Harvey. Baseball pass over to Lackey. Lackey drives in. Has it slapped away, and they're going to call a reach-in foul here. They're going to get Keely Campbell with her first on the reach-in foul that time. 1:52 to go. Still just 6-4 Morrill. Harvey takes the inbounds pass. Now she'll bring it up top and set the offense. Turns, and she loves to make that one-handed baseball pass, and that time it's taken away, tipped out of bounds by Kenna Campbell on the good defensive play, and they'll force the Lions to reset with 1:42 to go here in the first quarter. They go inside, that's taken away. Here comes Josie Perez. 4-on-2, Perez drives in, pull-up jumper, good! Josie Perez rattles that one home. She's got 4 points, and we are tied at 6 with a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Harvey works down the right side, kicks it back to Lackey. Baseline jumper, Margheim. Shot short, and rebound pulled out of there by Keely Campbell. Quickly ahead to Haley Saar. 3 on none. Haley down the floor, lays it up, and good. Haley Saar's got 4 points here on senior night. 1:07 to go. Mustangs with the first lead of the ball game at 8-6. Harvey crosses the timeline, and they'll go to work against this zone. High post for Margheim. Margheim kicks it out for Lackey. Ball loose on the floor, taken away by Perez. And after the disruption by Lackey, it's out of bounds off of Perez with 50 seconds to go. So now Stephanie Taryn back in, and Lackey heads to the bench for the Lions. Taryn to inbound it. High arcing pass, gets it into Jessica Harvey with 49 seconds to go. Harvey across to Taryn, three-pointer on the way. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. It'll be out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 2. They trailed most of this first quarter, but now in the lead. Haley Saar has it. Mustangs go to work, crosses the timeline. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. On the wing for Kenna Campbell. High post for Keely Campbell. Kicks it out, three-pointer. Josie Perez, good! Josie Perez from long distance dials it up. It's 11-6. 20 seconds left to go. Harvey works it off the right wing. Way inside, taken away by Josie Perez. 10 seconds to work, lots of time. Saar tracks it down and gonna step on the end line. Couldn't quite get the brakes applied in time and steps on the end line. They'll turn it back over with 7 seconds left to go. Now the Mustangs will provide a little bit of pressure here and force the Lions to use some time. 5 seconds to go as Harvey crosses the timeline, and a blocking foul called against Haley Saar. Certainly not what Haley had intended there. Picks up her second foul. And with 3 seconds to go now, they'll kick it into Harvey. Harvey with the long shot at the buzzer. Very close, hit the front of the rim. And the first quarter comes to an end. Mustangs on top, 11-6 after trailing for most of the first quarter.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. Glad to have you with us on a cold and cloudy Valentine's afternoon. I'm Clint Anderson along with our camera person Shelby Holbert this afternoon. Glad to have her along with us, doing a tremendous job bringing you some good views of today's action. Mustangs start the second quarter with a 5-point lead, 11-6. Lackey tosses it in to Harvey, and we are underway in the second quarter. On the wing for Margheim. Mustangs still in that 1-3-1 zone. That one's taken away by Haley Saar. And now we've got a 3-on-2. Saar all the way in, loses the handle. And a reach-in foul going to be called on the floor on the Morrill Lions. They'll give that foul to Shaylin Lackey. That is her second. And it is the second team foul of the first half on the Morrill Lions as Taylor Wedham comes into the game. They try to kick that back out to Haley Saar, but it's taken away by Jessica Harvey. Harvey brings it up and crosses the timeline. Lackey on the left side. Now she switches hands and goes back to Harvey. Harvey underneath finds Sherrod, and she can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes out of there to Denny Jacobson. Denny, of course, playing with bronchitis. Back in there now. Lays it up and good. That is Josie Perez with the pretty scoop shot. Drove past everybody and lays it in for two. It's 13-6 as we approach the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. So Denny Jacobson not about to be denied to the opportunity to finish out her career here on the home floor. Going to get as much playing time as she can, as there's a great defensive play by Kenna Campbell. Takes it away and gets it ahead to Haley Saar. Beautiful look by Saar. Carly Hinn can't quite finish, and then in frustration reaches in and gets the reach-in foul. And that'll be her first. So Carly not happy with herself. That was a beautiful pass that time. Carly just couldn't quite convert. And so it'll go back over to the Morrill Lions. 13-6 with 6:38 to go in the quarter. Steiner, three-pointer, misses everything. Sherrod there with the rebound and the putback. Makes it 13-8. We're under 6.5 to go before the half. Perez up to Campbell. Kenna Campbell brings it to the top of the key. High post for Carly Hinn. Carly back out to Kenna Campbell. 6:15 to go. High post for Hinn. Kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way by Perez. That one's off the mark. No good, but there's Carly Hinn with the rebound. And we got a reach-in foul called on one of the Morrill Lions. Give that foul to Jessica Harvey. That is her first. And now the third team foul for the Lions. Two new Lions come into the game. That is Margheim along with number 11, Lily Martin. She is a freshman. So Perez in the corner, quickly down to Carly Hinn. That shot is short. Carly battles for the rebound. Jessica Harvey going to come out of there with it. Under 6 to go now. 13-8, Mustangs with a 5-point lead. Harvey lets the offense get set. Works the one-handed pass inside for Lily Martin. Nice look that time. Lily Martin lays it up and good for two. And the lead is cut to 3 at 13-10 with 5:40 to go. And Haley Saar, wow, a lot of contact there as Saar collided with that is Stephanie Taryn that she collided with. Taryn going to be called for the blocking foul that time. That is her first. They'll get it into Hinn, swings it around, now back in the corner. Haley Saar for three. That one's off the mark, no good. Keely Campbell gathers in the rebound. They'll kick it across. Saar down low for Carly Hinn. She wasn't ready for it. Thought Haley was going to take the shot. Sailed through Carly's hands and out of bounds. They'll give it back to the Morrill Lions with 5:27 to go. Mustangs still hanging on to a 13-10 lead. Taryn now triggers the offense for the Morrill Lions. Gets it onto the wing. That is Margheim. High post for Lackey out there for Taryn, and that is good. Stephanie Taryn, her first points of the game, and it's a 13-12 lead with 5:04 to go before the half. They go into Carly Hinn. Carly kicks it back out to Kenna Campbell. Contact there, they're going to say off of Stephanie Taryn. It'll be Mustang basketball with 4:56 to go. Denny Jacobson in, Carly Hinn out. Leanne Sherrod also out for the Morrill Lions. Keely Campbell up to Haley Saar. Saar fakes the three, gets it to Kenna Campbell. Working against this 2-3 zone. Kenna in the corner for Josie Perez. Foot on the line. That one's no good, but there's Kenna Campbell. Shot up. That won't go, but she is fouled. Kenna Campbell heads to the line for a pair of free throws. I believe they gave that foul to Stephanie Taryn. That is her second. Kenna Campbell now with 2 free throws. Her first of the afternoon. It's a 1-point Mustang lead at 13-12 with 4:40 to go. First free throw short off the front of the rim. Jessica Harvey comes in. She'll replace Stephanie Taryn in the Morrill Lion lineup. So one more coming for Kenna Campbell. And the second free throw also off the front of the rim and also no good. That one's out of bounds. It'll be Morrill Lion basketball with 4:38 to go in the first half. 5 team fouls apiece. Harvey sets the offense, penetrates in. That one's tipped out of bounds by one of the Mustangs. Able to get a hand in the passing lane and tip that one out of bounds. 4:30 on the dot, left to go here in the second quarter. They get it to Harvey. Harvey, she's fouled on the shot. Jessica Harvey heads to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. I think they gave that to Keely Campbell. That'll be her second. So Harvey lines it up. She's got 2 points here this afternoon. First free throw is good, and we're tied at 13 with 4:28 to go. As now Taylor Wedham checks in. She'll take the place of Lily Martin. Harvey with one more free throw. Harvey leads the Morrill Lions in scoring. She averages 17 points per game. That one rattles around and falls out. And then they're going to get Margheim. Caitlin Margheim picks up her first foul on the push on the rebound attempt. So tied at 13 with 4:26 to go. And the Mustangs one foul away from getting into the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way here. Into the corner for Perez. Perez skip pass to Haley Saar. Saar swings it back to Kenna Campbell. Kenna going to take a couple of dribbles and go back in the corner for Saar. Thought about the three. Now she'll go inside for Denny Jacobson. Her shot is blocked. Keely Campbell wrestles that out of there, turns around, can't get the shot to fall. Margheim scoops it up for the Lions, and with 4 minutes to go, tied at 13, Morrill has the basketball, and they'll set up the offense here. Lackey on the wing and back across to Harvey. Harvey into the high post. That's Steiner. Out to Lackey. Lackey drives in and tied up, and then a reach-in foul called against one of the Mustangs. 3:46 to go now. They'll give that foul to Denny Jacobson, and that is her first. And that will put the Lions into the 1-and-1 as Lackey makes the first and earns a second free throw. Now a 1-point Lion lead as the second free throw in and out. 3:45 to go, 14-13, Morrill with the 1-point lead. Into the corner for Kenna Campbell, steps back for three, in and out, no good, won't quite fall, and rebounded by Steiner. Harvey up the left side. changes hands right down the lane, draws the contact, and she'll draw the foul and she'll shoot 2 free throws. And that is the second foul on Denny Jacobson. And it puts Jessica Harvey back at the line for 2 free throws. She's 1 for 2 this afternoon. First free throw is good for Harvey. And it makes it a 2-point game at 15-13. Carly Hinn comes in. Denny Jacobson heads to the bench. Taylor Wedham leaves the game for the Morrill Lions. Harvey's second free throw is also good. And it's a 3-point lead now at 16-13 with 3:25 to go in the first half. On the wing for Kenna Campbell. Skips it across. Haley Saar, shot up. That one's no good. And that's going to be Sherrod coming out of there with the rebound. Finds Harvey, and Harvey accelerates up the floor. Looks down the court, and that's taken away by Kenna Campbell. Good defense by Kenna. Kenna in, finds Carly Hinn. She's not going to miss that one. Carly knocks that one home. She's on the board, and it's a 1-point game at 16-15, under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lackey on the right wing, back across to Harvey. Harvey will dribble to the between the circles and toss it over to Lackey. She'll penetrate and kick it back out to Harvey. Harvey to the high post, that's Steiner. She leaves it back out there, just playing catch up here on top. Harvey going to drive into the paint, lays that one up too strong, and rebounded by Carly Hinn. 2:30 to go. Mustangs trail by 1 here in the second quarter. Josie Perez, pull-up jumper, won't go, and she is fouled. Josie Perez heads to the free throw line for a pair. And I believe that is the third foul on Shaylin Lackey. It is. So Josie can't connect on the first one. Josie with 9 points here in the first half. And she's got one more free throw coming, as now Lackey has to head to the bench and Martin back in to take her place in the Lion lineup. 2:23 to go, 16-15 ball game. And we are tied at 16 on the free throw by Perez. 2:18 to go, tied at 16. Tried to get it baseline, and it's taken away by Kenna Campbell once again. Quickly ahead to Haley Saar. Haley drives in, leaves it for Carly Hinn. Oh, and too strong again. And now Josie Perez going to be called for the foul. A little too exuberant trying to get to that one. Carly Hinn's been feeling like she's snake bit here, as she's had some opportunities in close and just can't seem to get them to fall today. And so the second foul on Josie Perez. Tied at 16, 2:07 to go. And Jessica Harvey with the first free throw, and it is good. Now a 1-point Morrill lead at 17-16. So Harvey with one more. Second free throw is also good. And it's a 2-point game at 18-16 as we cross the 2-minute mark in the first half. Up top for Kenna Campbell. Kenna in the corner for Saar. Inside for Carly Hinn. Can't get that to go. Gets the rebound, the putback, and Carly is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. She'll have 2 free throws. And they gave that foul to Lily Martin. That is her first. 1:53 to go. Carly Hinn at the free throw line. She's got 2 points so far today. Nothing but net that time on the free throw. 18-17. It's Taylor Wedham back in, takes the place of Martin. Denny Jacobson comes in. She'll give Keely Campbell a rest. Trying to keep Denny fresh, battling bronchitis. Trying to help her team get a win here on senior night. That one comes out to Steiner. Gets it to Harvey, and Morrill takes over with a 1-point lead at 18-17, 1:45 to go in the first half. Harvey lets the offense set. Now she drives in, tries to go down into that far corner, but it's tipped out of bounds by Josie Perez. So Margheim to inbound it with 1:36 to go in the second quarter. Finds Steiner. Jumper, that one's no good. Rebounded by Carly Hinn. Kicks it out quickly to Kenna Campbell. Mustangs on the run. Kenna brings it up. Now she'll pull it back. Finds Josie Perez. Her pull-up jumper off the mark, no good. But there's Denny Jacobson with the rebound. Across to Kenna Campbell. Three-pointer up. Good! Kenna Campbell strikes for three. 20-18 with 1:12 to go in the first half. Mustangs now lead it by 2. On the wing for Steiner. Across to Margheim. Margheim has it tipped away by Saar, and it'll be tracked down, not tracked down, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Morrill Lions with 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Steiner will inbound it. Now Haley Saar going to come up and put some pressure on Jessica Harvey. Harvey brings it across the timeline, and they'll go to work with 50 seconds left in the half. Long three-pointer and good. Jessica Harvey. That was a college distance three-pointer and then some. 21-20 Morrill. Three-pointer by Haley Saar. That one off, no good. And it's going to be Mustang basketball as it's tipped out of bounds by the Morrill Lions. 32 seconds left to go in the half. Martin comes in. She'll replace Steiner in the Lion lineup now. So Haley Saar to inbound it with 32 seconds. Mustangs trail by 1. Up top for Kenna Campbell. Pull-up jumper in the paint. That one's no good. And it's Sherrod that comes out of there with the rebound. Sherrod, Mustangs trying to trap her. It's taken away by Josie Perez. Up and won't go, but that's going to be a foul on Jessica Harvey. And Josie Perez with 2 free throws. That is the third foul. No, that is the second foul on Jessica Harvey. Excuse me. Second foul on Jessica Harvey. And it puts Josie Perez at the free throw line. She is 3 for 4 today. Make that 4 for 5. 20 seconds to go. We are tied at 21. Perez with one more. And that one falls off no good. Carly Hinn with the rebound. The putback. She is fouled. Carly will head to the line for a pair of free throws now. They'll give that foul to Caitlin Margheim. That is her second. Carly Hinn 1 for 2 from the free throw line today. High arcing shot. That one doesn't find the mark. As now Steiner comes in to replace Margheim. 18 seconds left to go now, tied at 21. That one falls in for Carly. She's 2 for 4, and it gives the Mustangs a 1-point lead, 22-21. Rifled down the floor by by Harvey. Nobody home, and the Mustangs will get it back. A chance to extend that 1-point lead with 13 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And now we've got a substitute. Late substitute as Keely Campbell comes in. She'll take the place of Carly Hinn in the Mustang lineup. Haley Saar takes the inbounds pass. 12 seconds to work. 2-3 zone in the corner for Perez. Perez drives baseline. Pull-up jumper. Falls off no good. Rebounded by Steiner. Gets it out to Harvey with 2 seconds to go. Half-court shot. Oh, almost. That's 2 of those she's almost nailed in this game. The Mustangs at the half lead it 22-21, and just like that, the band has arrived and we've got halftime entertainment. Entertaining second quarter. Mustangs come back, and they now lead it 22-21 as we head to the half.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Lynn Rodriguez, daughter of Joey and Angela Rodriguez. Those are your 2 freshmen. Sophomores, Kenna Campbell, daughter of Greg Campbell Shania Friesman, daughter of John and Crystal Friesman and Cody Spinacci. Carly Hinn, daughter of Chuck and Janet Hinn. Josie Perez, daughter of Michael and Erica Perez. And Madison Yonker, daughter of Cassie Owen and Jeremy Yonker. Those are your sophomores. This year's juniors, Keely Campbell, daughter of Tim and Kim Campbell and Wade and Mindy Foster. Ashton Sassy, daughter of Jim and Amber Sassy. Those are your two juniors. This year's seniors, Leah Irving, granddaughter of Amos Youngdog. Denny Jacobson, daughter of Mervyn and Roberta Jacobson. And Haley Sarr, daughter of Rod and Janelle Sarr. This is your Mustang Lady basketball team. Assistant coaches Angela Anderson, her husband Travis, daughter Grace, and son Carter. And head coaches Randy Holbert, son Morgan, daughter Shelby, wife Melissa, who's in Rapid City with daughter Tessa, playing nothing else but basketball. That's your 2014-2015 Lady Mustang basketball team. Thank you.
So 3 seniors playing their final game on the home floor here for the Mustangs tonight, and recognized for their efforts here this evening. 7 minutes left to go in the halftime break. We'll step aside and be back with some unofficial halftime scoring totals. At the half, it's Gordon-Rushville 22 and Morrill 21. Let's take a look here at some unofficial halftime scoring totals. First, for the Mustangs, Josie Perez leads the way for the Mustangs with 11 first-half points. Haley Sarr and Carly Hinn each with 4, and Kenna Campbell with 3. For the visiting Morrill Lions, Jessica Harvey leads the way. She's got 10 points. Shaylin Lackey has 3, and then 4 players with 2 points apiece. Leanne Sherrod, Lily Martin, Stephanie Tarrin, and Caitlin Margheim, all of those players with 2 points apiece. Let's take a look at fouls. For the Mustangs, we've got 4 players with 2 fouls. Haley Sarr, Denny Jacobson, Josie Perez, and Keely Campbell, all with 2 fouls. Carly Hinn with 1 for the Mustangs. For the Morrill Lions, Shaylin Lackey has 3 fouls. Jessica Harvey, Stephanie Tarrin, and Caitlin Margheim each with 2, and Lily Martin with 1 foul. So 4 minutes left to go in the halftime break here Let's take a look. If you haven't sent your tweet in, now is a good time to do it. We'd love to know who's watching and where you're watching from. Include the handle at SC Journal Star, and we'll see if we can't get your tweet up on the ticker going here with what's left of halftime. See if we've got any tweets here. Let's take a look. And looks like, let's get these going. Looks like we've got Mrs. Bagan tuning in, and she is watching from the bleachers right in front of me, and that's good to know. And then, of course, editor Jordan Heather encouraging everybody to tune in and watch today. So plenty of time to get those tweets in. Something new here that we've started the last couple of weeks, and not everybody is on Twitter. We know that. But if you are and you're watching today's game, we'd love to see where you're watching from. So keep those tweets coming and include the at SC Journal Star handle. Our filter will pick it up, and we'll include those tweets between games and at halftime of the boys' game as well. So at the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 22 and Morrill 21 here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015.
Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville is your Sheridan County Ford dealer. They have an excellent service department that works on all makes and models. So why would you drive hours to buy a car from someone you will never see again when you can do business locally with a dealer who will stand behind their product and has the service department to back it up? Sides in Milburn Ford will help you find the right vehicle, and they will do it with the personal touch that only your hometown dealer can provide. Stop in at Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville. They're the people you can trust.
So we get ready to head to the second half of basketball action, and we've got a good one here this afternoon. The Mustangs lead it by the slimmest of margins as we head to the third quarter. It's Gordon-Rushville 22 and Morrill 21. We said it in the pregame, but the Mustangs very short-handed coming into today's game as they are without starter Ashton Sassy. They're also without Shania Friesman, who provided a bunch of quality minutes for these Mustangs when Keely Campbell was out. Shania's also out, and today Denny Jacobson playing her final game on this floor with bronchitis, and so limited duty by Denny. She's provided some good minutes so far. Three-pointer by Haley Saar. Good! What a good way to start the second half. Haley Saar for three. She's got 7 points, and it's a 25-21 game. So the Mustangs trying to overcome the odds here and win this game against a scrappy Morrill Lions team. And the Mustangs defeated the Lions here on this floor in the first round of the Western Trails tournament. They beat them 54-38, but it was a close game through three quarters. It wasn't until late in the game that the Mustangs finally were able to assert themselves and create some separation. Here comes Haley Saar down the floor. Her shot too hard, and it's out of bounds off of the Mustangs. It'll go back over to the Morrill Lions. 7:14 to go in the third quarter. 25-21. It's a 4-point Mustang lead. Stephanie Tarrin brings it up the right side now for the Morrill Lions. She'll kick it across to Jessica Harvey. Harvey works left side, into the paint, contact, shot up, rolls off no good, rebounded by Hinn. And here come the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell quickly up the floor on the wing for Haley Saar, and then it's Kenna Campbell inside with a nice turnaround jumper. That one's good off the glass. Give her 5 points, and it's a 6-point lead now at 27-21. Sometimes the action works faster than my mind does, and nice to have a chance for it to catch up. Steiner from the high post kicks it out to Taryn in the corner for Margheim. Back inside for Taryn. Now back out to Margheim. Margheim with the elbow gets herself some space and kicks it up top for Jessica Harvey with 6:22 to go. Harvey into the paint, shot up, and they're going to say she was in the act of shooting. Jessica Harvey will get 2 free throws. Jessica with 10 first half points. See who they give this foul to. That is Carly Hinn picking up her second. So Jessica Harvey 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half, but she misses that one. As now Denny Jacobson out, Keely Campbell comes in to give her a break. Steiner out, and Wedham in for the Morrill Lions. 6:19 to go, 27-21 Mustangs. Second free throw is good by Harvey. 27-22 now. And here comes Kenna Campbell, crosses the timeline. Haley Saar spots up for 3, kicks it across to Josie Perez. Pull-up jumper, good. Josie Perez has 13, 29-22, and the terrible towels are out here in Gordon as the fans waving the orange and blue towels in support of the Mustangs here this evening. There's a long 2-pointer by Margheim. She's got 4 points, cuts the lead to 5 at 29-24, 5:50 to go. Third quarter action. Morrill back into that 2-3 zone. 3-pointer on the way. Kenna Campbell, top of the key. That won't go. Rebound Wedham. And out to Jessica Harvey. Harvey down the floor into the paint, spin move. And a blocking foul called against Kenna Campbell. Not a popular call. Kenna certainly thought she had position, but she draws the foul. And that is just her first. And they'll say that Harvey was in the act of shooting, and they'll give her 2 free throws. So Harvey lines up the first and knocks it down. Harvey now 7 for 10 from the free throw line, with one more coming. She's the only Morrill Lion to go to the free throw line today. She misses that one. Carly Hinn with the rebound, and then we're going to get a push called on Taylor Wedham. And it'll be Mustang basketball. 5:32 to go, 4-point lead, 29-25. Haley Saar gathers it up, crosses the timeline, and the Mustangs go to work on the wing for Perez. High post, Keely Campbell. One dribble, shot up, short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Margheim. Out to Harvey. Up the left side comes Jessica Harvey. Now she'll pull up and get it to Sherrod, and Sherrod's little floater falls in. She's got 4 points, and we're back to a 2-point game at 29-27 with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. On the wing for Perez. Perez, 3-pointer. That one falls off no good. Carly Hinn with the rebound, and they're going to get Carly for coming over the back. Coach Holbert not happy with that call. Sometimes it feels like the whole world is against you. That's the third foul on Carly Hinn. Now they put up 4 on Carly. Apparently, I don't think that's right. We're going to have to check on that. 29-27 in the corner for Margheim. Drives baseline, steps on the end line, and turns it back over to the Mustangs. They still have 4 fouls up there for Carly. I had her down for 3 unless they snuck one in there somewhere on me. We'll see how that goes as we go forward. Up top for Kenna Campbell. High post, Keely Campbell. Down low for Jacobson, just off her fingertips and out of bounds. 4:35 to go. Still a 2-point Mustang lead at 29-27. Harvey sets the offense for the Morrill Lions. Drives to the left wing, finds Taryn cutting down the lane. She'll kick it back out to Harvey. Harvey, one-handed pass across to Margheim, quickly into the corner, back to Margheim. Leaves it for Steiner on the wing. Steiner across to Harvey. Harvey into the lane, shot up, and somehow gets that one to roll across the front of the rim. Falls in. We are tied at 29 with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Haley Saar, three-pointer, good! Haley Saar dials it up from way downtown, and it is a 32-29 game, 3:55 left to go in the third quarter. Need to remind you that Essence provides beautiful fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion. They have a great selection of fine wines and gift items, including Kringle candles. That's Essence, 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in at 134 North Main Street in Gordon or call them at 282-0050. And whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb's share of Share Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Main Street in Gordon. Back to third quarter basketball action here from Gordon. Mustangs lead this one by 3, 32-29 over the Morrill Lions. Haley Saar just untied it. With the big three-pointer, they'll get it into Jessica Harvey. Works against the pressure. She kicks it out to Margheim. That one falls off, no good. Tipped around and going to be controlled by Kenna Campbell. 3:45 to go. Quickly ahead to Haley Saar. Haley into the paint. She's cut off, and a reach-in foul called on the floor on the Morrill Lions. They're going to give that one to Stephanie Taryn, I believe, and that is her third. Josie Perez off the inbounds. Good! Josie with 18 in the game. 3.5 to go. And it's a 5-point Mustang lead now at 34-29. Margheim inside for Harvey. Harvey up and under, little scoop move. That won't go. Tried to channel her inner Michael Jordan that time and couldn't get it done. Haley Saar all the way across to Kenna Campbell, just tall enough to gather that in. Keely Campbell, turnaround jumper inside. She's hacked. She'll head to the free throw line. Keely Campbell heads to the line for the first time this afternoon. They'll give that foul to Bailey Steiner, I believe. Yes, it is. Bailey Steiner with her first. 3 team fouls apiece here in the second half. Keely's first free throw well short, but she's got one more opportunity here as Carly Hinn comes in. She'll take the place of Denny Jacobson. Stephanie Taryn comes out. And not sure who that is that came in to replace her. Keely's second free throw is good. Makes it a 6-point game again at 35-29. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs still in that 1-3-1. Harvey into the corner, over the head of Lackey and out of bounds. The Mustangs will get it back. 2:58 to go, third quarter. Mustangs trying to add to the 6-point lead. This is about the point in the game a week ago when they started to really take control of the game and assert their dominance. Saar fakes the three-pointer. Instead, it's Perez for 3. Good! Josie Perez for 3 more. Timeout Morrill, 38-29. Just like that, the lead back to 9 for the Mustangs, their biggest of the afternoon, with 2:46 left to go here in the third quarter.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. 2:46 left to go, third quarter. Mustangs by 9, 38-29. They led by just 1 at halftime, but they've opened up a 9-point lead here in the later stages of the third quarter. They'll get it into Jessica Harvey, and she'll bring it up to set the Morrill Lions offense, guarded closely by Haley Saar. They go in the corner for Margheim. Margheim nowhere to go with it. Back up top for Harvey. Harvey inside to the high post. That's taken away by Keely Campbell. Quickly ahead to Haley Saar. Haley down the floor. She knows what to do with it. Up and good. Give Haley 9 on the game. 40-29 with 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. Baseline jumper, Margheim. That one's short and tipped out of there. Josie Perez, Mustangs on the run. 4-on-2. Perez off the front of the rim. Carly Hinn can't quite control the rebound, and Josie Perez tips it back in, but she's standing out of bounds. They'll give it back to Morrill with 2:02 to go in the third quarter. So 2 minutes on the dot left to go in the third quarter. Harvey, high post for Wedham. Out to Lackey, now back to Harvey. Cross to Lackey. Lackey penetrates in. Out to Harvey. Harvey drives in. That taken away, lost the handle. Here comes Haley Saar back the other way. Saar up. Oh, can't get it to go. Josie Perez there cleans it up and knocks in 2 more. It's a 42-29 game, a 13-point Mustang lead with a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter, and this one getting away from the Morrill Lions in a hurry. Taylor Wedham has her shot blocked by Kenna Campbell. Mustangs 3-on-1. Here they come again. Haley Saar leaves it for Perez. Off-balance shot. Carly Hinn gets the rebound. She's fouled, and Carly heads to the free throw line. She is 2 for 4 from the line today. Give that foul to Leanne Sherrod, and that is her first. So Carly Hinn, she's got 4 points so far. 2 for 4 from the line and gets the friendly roll. Now 3 for 5. As Jessica Harvey comes out, Stephanie Tarrin comes in to replace her for the Morrill Lions. 43-29. Carly Hinn, second free throw. That one's off the mark. And once again, there's Kenna Campbell pulling it in. Mustangs back to work with 1:10 to go. Saar across to Campbell. Spots up for 3. That one falls off, no good. And a battle for that rebound between Carly Hinn and Stephanie Tarrin. Both of them hit the floor. And I think they're probably going to give this one to Carly Hinn, and they do. Now, I show Carly with 4 fouls. The last time they put that up, they said it was her 4th. I think they just put it up on the screen wrong. Now they will say that she's fouled out. Carly, they snuck a foul in on her somewhere that we didn't catch. So Carly Hinn fouls out with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Denny Jacobson comes in to take her place. That one comes loose, but the Lions maintain control. Margheim drives baseline, can't get her shot to go, tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And now full court pressure by Morrill. They go over the top to Kenna Campbell. She gets it ahead to Keely Campbell. Keely turns, puts it up, and good. That's the way to break the pressure. Keely Campbell's got 3 points, and it's a 16-point lead at 45-29. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Skip pass across to Sherrod. High post for Wedham. Back out to Margheim. Playing catch out top. Sherrod to Lackey. Out to Margheim. Margheim on the dribble. Kicks it out for Lackey. High post, Sherrod, turnaround jumper, that won't go, and tracked down by Jacobson. She'll get it to Perez, quickly ahead now to Saar. Saar drives across the lane, and at the buzzer, can't get it to go. Contact, no foul called, and at the end of 3, Mustangs extend that lead 45-29 on a huge third quarter. 8 minutes left to go in regulation. We head to the fourth quarter here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2015.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Winter's not about to give up on us yet, folks, and if you've got something that needs to be defrosted or winterized, stop in and see the good folks at Gordon True Value. They can help you out with whatever you need to get thawed or prepared to be thawed. Stop in at downtown Gordon and see the good folks at Gordon True Value. 8 minutes left to go. Beginning of the fourth quarter. Mustangs by 16 at 45-29. Jumper won't go. And who is that? That was Lackey crashing the boards, but she travels with it. Mustangs will get the ball back, and now full court pressure being applied by the Lions. They go down the floor, but Margheim picks off the pass, and Morrill back to work here on offense. They go down low, and that's taken away by Denny Jacobson. Gets it back to Josie Perez. Perez crosses the timeline, and the Mustangs go to work. She'll get it to Kenna Campbell. Kenna puts it on the floor, drives in, loses it, kicks it back out to Perez. Three-pointer, good! That's the way to get it done. 3 more for Josie. 7:20 to go. It's 48-29. Jessica Harvey drives into the paint, tries to go down low. That's tipped out of bounds by Denny Jacobson. And Denny, of course, playing her last game here on the floor here in Gordon. Been a great career for Denny Jacobson. She blocks another pass, taken away, and here come the Mustangs. No advantage, and so Josie Perez wisely backs it out. Gonna take some time. 7 minutes left to go now. The Mustangs with the big lead. All they need to do is use up some clock and put this one in the books. Kenna Campbell, her shot a little bit too strong off the glass, taken out of there by Jessica Harvey, and here she comes down the right side. That baseball pass well too hard, thrown at the feet of Shaylin Lackey, out of bounds, and the Mustangs will get it back. And so now they have reconsidered. Carly Hinn indeed did not foul out of the game. She's only got 4 fouls. She's back on the floor, and we've got a timeout called. A 1-minute timeout, and we'll take it with them.
It's here. The new 2015 F-150 is now available at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. It has the V6 EcoBoost engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
So they do the math and realize that Carly Hinn is indeed still eligible to be on the floor with just 4 fouls. Glad to have her back out there with 6:42 to go. Mustangs lead this one 48-29. Kenna Campbell heaves it down the floor. It's a jump ball taken by Perez. Gets it ahead to Haley Saar and tipped out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. Haley hits the deck on that attempt. No worse for wear, it appears. And with 6:38 to go, the Mustangs will inbound it. Get it into Keely Campbell. Keely in danger of traveling with it there. And now she tosses it out, and it's taken away by Shaylin Lackey. Lackey has it slapped away at the last minute. Good hustle play that time by Kenna Campbell coming up from behind to knock that one away and prevent the easy 2-point layup. 6:29 to go, 48-29. Morrill Lions with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. Back inside for Margheim. She has her shot blocked by Keely Campbell. Kenna Campbell comes away with it, and down the floor she comes. Kenna all the way in. Contact, blocking foul called. Can't get the shot to go. Kenna will head to the free throw line. Kenna 0 for 2 from the line today. Going to give that foul to Shaylin Lackey, and that is her fourth. So Kenna lines it up. First free throw up and good. And we've got a 20-point ball game at 49-29 with 6:18 left to go. Kenna with one more. Takes her time, lines it up, and we got a lane violation on one of the Mustangs. And so it will be Morrill Lion basketball with 6:18 to go. So Jessica Harvey crosses the timeline, calls out the play, works to the left wing, goes down to the baseline. That's Wedham, has her shot blocked by Keely Campbell. And here's Kenna Campbell quickly down the floor and can't quite get it to Haley Sarr. Slapped away, Josie Perez. Carly Hinn up and good. Carly Hinn with 7 points. Timeout called by the Morrill Lions. See, it's just a 30-second timeout. 5:55 to go, fourth quarter. It's 51-29 Mustangs. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 282-2080. And Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. $5:55 left to go in this one. Mustangs with a comfortable lead, 51-29. Used a huge third quarter to create separation, and there's an offensive foul. Shaylin Lackey gave a double-fisted shove to one of the Mustangs, and she's called, can't do that right in front of the official. And the Mustangs will get it back. That is the fifth foul on Shaylin Lackey, and one thing about it, she certainly got her money's worth on that one. If you're going to go out, go it with a bang. 51-29, Mustangs with the basketball. Haley Sarr works against Sherrod. Crosses the timeline in the corner for him. They get it to Kenna Campbell. Shot up. That one won't go. A rebound pulled out of there. Can't see who that is. That's Sherrod with it. She finds Jessica Harvey, and Harvey wastes no time getting it ahead. Shot up. That one won't go as Katie Howell now into the game for the first time, and she'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. Katie Howell, a senior, as they give that one to Keely Campbell. That is her third foul. It is the fifth team foul on the Mustangs and the sixth team foul on the Lions. First free throw is good by Howell, so the Mustangs will be in the 1-and-1 bonus the rest of the way. Howell with one more coming. First free throw good, made it 51-30. Second one on the way. That one is short, and it's Josie Perez who comes away with it. Perez quickly up the floor. Now she'll pull it back. Let the offense get set. Kicks it across to Kenna Campbell. Kenna to Keely Campbell. Keely, Haley Sarr wants it on the wing. Pull-up jumper for Sarr. That one off the mark, no good. Josie Perez off glass, and two more for Josie Perez. See if we have time to add up Josie's numbers here. She's well above her season average. Season high so far, 31 points a couple of weeks ago, as that one's Stephanie Tarrin putting that one in for her fourth point of the game. Now more pressure by the Lions, 53-32. Perez turns, crosses the timeline. Now she'll pull it back out. Now she drives in, finds Keely Campbell into the lane. Keely can't get the shot to go, tipped out. Stephanie Tarrin comes down with it, 4:35 to go. Harvey accelerates in through traffic, can't get that to fall. Tarrin has her shot blocked. Harvey comes away with it again. That shot won't go. And it's Kenna Campbell coming away with it with 4:19 to go in the game, 53-32. Josie Perez, three-pointer. Good! You cannot leave Josie Perez that wide open. She will knock that down just about every time. 56-32, 4 minutes left to go in the game. Stephanie Taryn to Margheim. Now back up to Jessica Harvey. Harvey down to the baseline for Margheim. She is fouled, and Margheim will shoot 2 free throws. And it's Kenna Campbell that's going to draw the foul, and that is just Kenna's second. First one is good for Margheim. So Josie Perez with 20 points in the second half on 4 3-pointers. Gives her 31 points on the game, and that equals a season high. Second free throw also good for Margheim. It makes it 56-34 with 3:45 to go. Perez on the wing. Haley Saar thought about the three for a long time before she passed it up, and now back up to Kenna Campbell. In the corner for Perez, three-pointer. That one's short and pulled out of there by Margheim. Ahead to Harvey. Harvey, three-pointer, long three-pointer this time. That one's no good. And I think that's Taryn who came down with it and then traveled. She'll give it back to the Mustangs with 3:20 to go. 56-34. Mustangs in control in the fourth quarter. They get it back to Campbell, and she swings it across to Haley Saar, and Saar will set it up. 3:10 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs going to take some time, run this clock down, and put this one in the books. Saar finds Carly Hinn coming out to take the basketball in the corner for Kenna Campbell. Good head fake, drives baseline, and contact. That is Harvey, and Jessica Harvey going to be called for her third or fourth foul. We'll have to see. And that is her third foul, and that puts Kenna Campbell at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Kenna just 1 for 4 this afternoon. First one off the mark, no good, and that was a 1-and-1. Harvey all the way in, lays it up, and good. So Jessica Harvey with 16 points. Kenna Campbell gets it ahead to Josie Perez. Josie across to Haley Saar. Saar down low baseline for Carly Hinn. Back up to Perez. Perez turnaround jumper. That won't go, but Keely Campbell can't get her put back to go. Perez takes it away, brings it out, and gives it back to Haley Saar. We got a timeout on the floor called by the Mustangs. Well, folks, we are winding down our broadcast season here. This, the last regular season game of the year for these Lady Mustangs. The boys will compete tonight, and then they'll host the Valentine Badgers next Friday on the 20th. But for these girls, this is the end. They'll start sub-district play on Monday. They travel to Alliance for the opening round game, where they'll play Chase County at 6:30 p.m. from Alliance. We'll be there to bring that action for you, be there to bring that action to you, and very glad to do that. So look forward to seeing us 6:30 p.m. right here on Monday night. 2:26 left to go in this one, 56-36. Saar gets it in to Kenna Campbell. Kenna over to Haley Saar. Up to Josie Perez now. Across to Kenna Campbell, and now they're going to try and trap. Kenna has it slapped away. It'll stay with the Mustangs. So the Lions trying to make something happen here with 2:10 left to go. Trying to apply the half-court trap. Now Josie Perez. Perez switches hands, drives in, kicks it out to Saar. Haley Saar back to Perez. Perez contact by Taryn. Now she'll find Kenna Campbell. Kenna works it in, finds Haley Saar all alone under the basket. Up and good. Easy basket that time for Haley Saar. Makes it 58-36 with 1:45 to go. We got a timeout on the floor, and Morrill gonna bring in a whole bunch of substitutes. So we've had some great sponsors that have been with us all season long, and definitely say thanks to those folks. They've made it possible for us to travel an awful lot of miles this season following these Mustangs. It's been a great ride. Say thanks to these sponsors. Even if you don't necessarily stop in and buy an item from their store or a service that they provide, let them know that you appreciate their support. Those sponsors this season: Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. So a whole bunch of reserves now in for Morrill, as there's a shot rebounded by Carly Hinn. Here's Haley Saar quickly down the floor. Pull-up jumper blocked by Stephanie Tarrin, but got her on the arm, and that'll put Haley at the line. Haley having a good time now. She'll have a pair of free throws coming. They give that foul to Stephanie Tarrin, and that is her fourth. So Haley with, let's see if we can add these up, 11, make that 12 points now. So 12 points for Haley. Is now Keely Campbell out, and Denny Jacobson comes back in. She's going to finish the last minute and 35 seconds of the game here of her senior season. And that one also is good by Haley. Makes it 60-36. Stephanie Tarrin brings it up the floor. On the wing, now back to Tarrin. Taylor Wedham now with it. High post, that is Howell. Has it taken away, and here come the Mustangs with 1:15 to go. Josie Perez, 31 points on the night. That equals a season high. Haley Saar, three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound battle there. They go down low for Carly Hinn. Turnaround jumper, that one won't go. Ball loose again, and now we got a traveling call on Tarrin as she got her feet tangled up with Taylor Wedham and went to the floor. They'll give it back to the Mustangs, as now Delenn Rodriguez and Morgan Darnell come in. Haley Saar and Denny Jacobson, the two seniors, head to the bench. Congratulations to those two young ladies on a tremendous career here with the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Kenna Campbell on the wing, skips it across to Perez. Perez passes up the three. Campbell back to Perez. Darnell heaves one up. That one won't go. Comes down to Hinn. She kicks it out for Delenn Rodriguez. Three-pointer. That one won't go. Josie Perez. Josie, lot of contact there that time. And everybody going to get up, and I believe, do we call a foul? No foul called that time. Just going to say out of bounds as Perez, Hinn, and Kenna Campbell head to the bench. Congratulated by these fans here on Parents' Night. 60-36 with 32 seconds left to go in this one. Now Sonny Fortin into the game. Delenn Rodriguez with the kick that time. Leah Irving also into the game as well. And Madison Yonker rounds out the five on the floor for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs found a way to get it done. Here's a steal by Morgan Darnell, but she can't gather it in and ends up going out of bounds. It'll stay with the Morrill Lions with 26 seconds left. 60-36 Mustang lead. Wedham inbounds it to Tarrin. She crosses the timeline and goes down low. That is Howell. Howell's shot up and no good. And the rebound by Irving. Leah Irving, the third senior on this team, getting a little bit of play and time here. She hasn't seen a lot of it. Good to see her getting into the action here. Sonny Fortin on the edge, drives to the baseline, loses the handle, and steps on the end line, I believe. And that'll turn it back over to the Morrill Lions with 2 seconds left to go in this one. Wedham gets it in. It's taken away by Fortin, out of bounds, and that'll end the ball game. The Mustangs find a way to get this one done. Short-handed, they win it 60-36. We'll step aside and be back with unofficial final scoring totals in just a minute. So let's take a look at some final unofficial scoring totals for the Mustangs. Josie Perez led the way. She ties a season high with 31 points. Haley Saar with a good finish to her senior season. She comes away with 13 points tonight. Carly Hinn added 7. Kenna Campbell with 6. And Keely Campbell with 2 to round out the scoring for the Mustangs. For the Morrill Lions, Jessica Harvey finished with 16 points. Caitlin Margheim added 6. Leanne Sherrod and Stephanie Tarrin each with 4. Lily Martin with 2. And Katie Howell with 1. Mustangs win this one going away, 60-36 on Seniors Night and Parents Night. Mustangs head to sub-district play on Monday night, 6:30 from Alliance, where they'll take on the Chase County Longhorns. We'll be there to bring that action to you. We'll look to see you there. In the meantime, we've got some boys varsity action to take care of as they're doing a little bit of work on the floor here as we get ready for pregame activities. Boys varsity action between the Morrill Lions and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. We'll step aside and be back with starting lineups and a preview of today's game in just a minute here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
This is my 2012 Ford Focus from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. I bought this car for short trips around the area and thought that I was getting an inexpensive disposable car. What I got was a roomy, comfortable, well-built car that gets outstanding fuel economy. It's great for going to Lincoln for a Husker game. I consistently get above 35 miles per gallon, and it comes in a package that is surprisingly comfy and fun to drive. You can test drive a Ford Focus at your Sheridan County Ford dealer, Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
So 11 minutes left to go here in the pregame as we get ready for boys varsity basketball action between the Morrill Lions and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. I'd like to draw your attention to Great Plains Communications, one of our new partners on these broadcasts. They are re-airing this season's games at 7 o'clock each evening. This week it is Hay Springs at Potter Dix. Check your local listings, as they say, to watch for a Mustang game coming to a Great Plains Communications Channel 2 near you. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the pregame of boys varsity basketball action between the Morrill Lions and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Let's take a look at some starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visiting Morrill Lions, they come into today's action with a season record of 7 wins and 12 losses. Starters today for the Morrill Lions. Number 20, Ryan McMacken. He is a 6-foot junior. Number 21 is Victor Vallis. He is a 5'6" senior. Number 22 is Josh Harvey, a 5'10" junior. Number 23 is Jorge Lara. He is a 5'7" senior. And number 40, Zach Larson, a 6'5" senior. For the Mustangs, they come into today's game with a record of 3-14. Starters today, number 3, Ryan Schwarting, a 5'8" junior. Ryan averages 16 points per game to lead the team. Number 15, Morgan Holbert with the start this evening, a 5'8" freshman. Number 24, Jared Nelson, is a 6-foot freshman, averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds. Brad Franzen is a 6-foot senior, and He is a number 30. And number 45 is Ben Wagner, a 6'3" senior. Just under 8 minutes to the opening tip of today's game between the Morrill Lions and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Glad to have you along with us here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Still time to get those tweets in. If you're a Twitter follower, tweet now and include the @SC Journal Star handle. Let us know where you're watching from. Shoot a tweet out there. Our filter will pick that up, and we'll have a ticker running at halftime of this boys game, and like to see who all's watching and where you're tuning in from. In the meantime, we'll let you enjoy the musical stylings of the Gordon-Rushville Band. Well, folks, if you're not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal Star, you certainly should be. Get all the news that is news in Sheridan County and get it first at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. Check out the online edition, which is available in full color. And usually the online edition is available on Tuesday afternoons. If not, certainly on Wednesday morning. Get the news before everybody else gets it with a paper copy. Never know how long it's going to take the mailman to deliver that to your door. So check out the online edition available at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. So we are just about ready to get things underway here. Boys varsity basketball action, and now we're going to have to wait just a minute as we have lost our scoreboard here as they work to get the connection restored there and get things up and running. Well, looks like they've got things working here and starting to get some lights come back on. In the meantime, we'll have the introductions of the starting lineups. While we wait, we'll run down through those for you one more time here. For the Morrill Lions, it'll be number 20, Ryan McMacken. Number 21, Victor Vallis. Number 22, Josh Harvey. Number 23, Jorge Lara. And number 40, Zach Larson.
Coached by Bill Edwards, assisted by Kyle Patterson. Number 20, Ryan McMacken, Jr. Number 21, Victor Vallis, a senior. Number 22, Josh Harvey, a junior. Number 23, George Lara, a senior. And number 40, Zach Larson, a senior. Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, number 3, Ryan Schwarting, a 5'8 junior. 15, Morgan Holbert, a 5'8 freshman. Number 24, Jared Nelson, a 6-foot freshman. Number 30, Brad Franson, a 6-foot senior. And number 45, Ben Wagner, a 6'3" senior. The Mustangs are coached by Joel Nelson.
Now let's take a quick rundown of the Mustang starters. Number 3, Ryan Schwarting. Number 15, Morgan Holbert. Number 24, Jared Nelson. Number 30, Brad Franzen. And number 45, Ben Wagner. The starting 5 for the Mustangs here this afternoon. 8 minutes on the clock. Ben Wagner getting ready to jump this one up against Zach Larson. 8 minutes, and we are ready to get things underway. Official reminding them which direction they're going. The tip is controlled by the Lions, and they'll go to work. This is Ryan McMacken with the basketball, working against a man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Larson up top has that one tipped, taken away by Brad Franzen. Good defensive play that time by Brad Franzen. Brad, the senior, playing here in his almost to last game as a Mustang here on the home floor. The Mustangs one more game after this one as they'll host the Valentine Badgers next Friday night here in Gordon. Tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with the Mustangs. They get it into Franzen. Up top for Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting in the corner for Nelson. Nelson into the paint. Little runner, that won't go. And rebounded, pulled down by Ryan McMacken. He'll get it to Victor Vallis, back across to McMacken. Now out to Harvey and back to McMacken. McMacken guarded by Nelson. Drives to his right, heads to the baseline. Jumper up and no good, but he's going to be fouled by Ben Wagner. And that'll mean free throws. Wagner with his first puts Ryan McMacken at the line for 2 free throws. 7 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. Early going of the first quarter. First free throw is good for McMacken, and that gives Morrill the early 1-0 lead. One more on the way for McMacken. That one's no good. Rebounded by Franzen. Gets it ahead to Morgan Holbert. Holbert quickly up the floor. Nearly carried it. Three-pointer on the way by Jared Nelson is good. Jared Nelson starts things off for the Mustangs in style. 3-1. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. McMacken switches hands, works with the left hand, kicks it out. That is Lara. Lara answers for 3. So Jorge Lara puts the Lions back up 4-2 with 6:40 to go. First quarter action just underway here from Gordon. Ryan Schwarting works against Lara. Schwarting into the lane. A little runner. That one's off the back iron. No good. They hand it off to Lara, and here he comes the other direction. Lost the dribble. Gets it back. Hands it to Vallis. Vallis to McMacken. McMacken tried to go right side. Now he finds Harvey. That one's tipped out of there. Jared Nelson. Here comes Jared Nelson. Down the floor. Lays it up. And good. Jared Nelson with 5 quick points for the Mustangs puts them back up by 1 at 5-4. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. McMacken all the way in, loses it blocked out of bounds by Ben Wagner, and it'll stay with the Morrill Lions with 5:52 to go. 5-4 lead for the Mustangs. Lara gets it into McMacken. That's taken away. It's Nelson again down the floor. Left hand. Now he leaves it back for Franzen. Nelson had the shot, but he tried to leave it back behind him for a trailing Brad Franzen and couldn't make connections. Taken away, and Morrill back on offense. McMacken tries to go high post for Larson. Larson kicks it out. Now back inside for Larson. That's tipped away. Now a 2-on-2. Here comes Schwarting. Schwarting changes the pace, puts it up, and won't go, but he'll have 2 free throws coming, as they'll say that he was in the act of shooting. Give that foul to Victor Vallis. That is his first. And 2 free throws for Ryan Schwarting. First one is good. Ryan averaging 16 points per game. As now McMacken comes out, and into the game comes number 12, Tyler Gibson. Schwarting's second free throw, he is also good. And that puts the Mustangs up by 3, 7-4. Mustangs going to apply some full court man pressure here. Gibson brings it up the floor, loses the handle. That one's tipped away, but Vallis picks it back up. He drives in. Contact and a blocking foul going to be called on the Mustangs. So a lot of free throws in the early going here, as both teams trying to get to the basket, and that'll be the second foul. 2 quick fouls on Ben Wagner. First free throw by Vallis is off the mark and no good, but he's got one more coming. Second one is good. Makes it 7-5 with 5:10 to go. Morgan Holbert with the basketball quickly up the floor. Drives to the baseline, and he's going to be pushed, and that'll be Jorge Lara picking up the foul. So lots of fouls and lots of free throws in the early going, not even 3 minutes into the first quarter. 5:03 left to go in the first. Now McMacken comes in, and he'll take the place of Josh Harvey. So Nelson calls out the inbounds play. Finds Brad Franzen curling towards the basket, up and can't get it to finish. Franzen tried to gather it in and dribbles it out of bounds. They'll turn it over to the Morrill Lions. They had the look they wanted. Brad just couldn't get that one to fall. 4:57 to go first quarter, 7-5 Mustangs. McMacken crosses the timeline and sets up the offense. Mustangs still in that man-to-man. Gibson kicks it back up for Lara, loses the handle, but Larson's there in the high post to gather it in. Larson thought maybe he traveled. He gets it back out to Lara. McMacken now in the corner. 3-pointer on the way. That one's off, no good. 4:30 to go. Holbert. Schwarting for Franzen. Spots out and back in again. Brad in the 3-pointer, makes it 10-5 with 4:17 to go in the game. And Gibson traveled with it. They've been living on the edge down on that offensive end, have the Morrill Lions, and finally got called for a traveling that time, as now Trace Bagan checks into the ball game along with Corby Campbell for the Mustangs. Franzen heads to the bench, along with Ben Wagner. 2 team fouls apiece. Mustangs lead it by 5, 10-5. Bagan on the right wing. Finds Schwarting. Schwarting into the paint. Lays it up and won't quite go, but he'll have 2 free throws. 2 more for Ryan Schwarting. They'll give that foul to Zach Larson, and that is his first. Schwarting 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 3:58 left to go first quarter, and that one is off the mark, no good. But he's got one more. Schwarting's second free throw falls in. He's 3 for 4, and he's got 3 points on the afternoon. McMacken works against Jared Nelson. Full court man-to-man pressure. McMacken lost the handle but got it back. They'll find Jorge Lara. Lara to the free throw line, leaves it for Larson. He can't handle it, and it's out of bounds off Trace Began. Larson slapped it back in right off the shin of Trace and out of bounds. So the Lions will keep the basketball. 11-5, 3:41 to go first quarter. Lara to inbound it. Shovels it into McMacken, but it's taken away by Morgan Holbert, and Gibson going to be called for the reach-in foul, I believe. They do give that to Tyler Gibson. That is his first. 4 team fouls now on the Morrill Lions. 3:35 to go. 11-5 Mustang lead. Morgan Holbert triggers the offense for Gordon-Rushville. On the edge, that is Ryan Schwarting for 3. 14-5 on the long distance connection there by Ryan Schwarting. Mustangs now applying some heavy defensive pressure. Zach Larson has it tipped away, but it'll be a reach-in foul called on one of the Mustangs. Give that to Morgan Holbert. That is his first. 3rd team foul on Gordon-Rushville. Now Lara comes out, has Harvey back in, along with Vallis. Larson also out for the Lions. Vallis takes the inbounds pass in the corner. Now he'll put it on the floor and get it up to Gibson. Gibson dribbles to his left between the circles. Now back to the right. Now picks up his dribble and back to Vallis. Vallis, pull-up jumper. That's off no good and rebounded by Jared Nelson. Here come the Mustangs. Nelson all the way in, flips it up, and that won't go. Tipped around and finally going to be pulled out of there by number 5. And we got a reach-in foul called. We're going to have to figure out who this is. Number 5 is Ryan Aratani. They had a very interesting program put together. And that is the first foul on Jared Nelson. They get the ball into Aratani. Foot on the line, misses everything. Rebounded by Nelson, and now we've got a push. And this, and I believe, will go against McMacken. And instead, I think they gave it to Josh Harvey. Let's see what they put up on the scoreboard. The perils of being at the far side of the basketball court from the scorer's table. It is on Josh Harvey, and that is his first. It is the 5th team foul of the first half on the Morrill Lions. Now Ryan Schwarting will trigger the offense. He brings it across and sets it up with 2:20 to go. First quarter action. Jared Nelson drives to the hoop, and a blocking foul called. And I believe we got another quick foul on Josh Harvey. It is. So Josh Harvey with 2 fouls on consecutive possessions. Now Larson's going to have to come back in, and they'll send Harvey to the bench. 14-5 is the Mustang lead with 2:17 to go in the first quarter. 16 fouls now on Morrill. Nelson gets it into Began. Began to his left to Nelson at the top of the key. Nelson will pull it back out. Corby Campbell in the lane, leaves it for Rhett Conroy. Rhett can't finish, but he gets the rebound. The putback, that one won't go. Tipped around, battled for it, and now a reach-in going to be called. I think that's going to be called on Rhett Conroy. It is, and that is Rhett's first. And that is 5 team fouls now on the Mustangs here in the first half. 14-5, it's a 9-point Mustang lead as we are under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lara nearly has it taken away, finds McMacken, he drives in, draws contact, and he'll have 2 free throws coming as Rhett Conroy just picked up his second foul. So a very foul-filled first quarter. And that puts Ryan McMacken at the line. He's 1 for 2 this evening. Make that 2 for 3 as the first one is good, makes it 14-6. Morgan Holbert back in, and Rhett Conroy heads to the bench. McMacken with 1 more free throw at 1:44 left to go first quarter. Second one is good. He's now 3 for 4 from the line. Makes it a 14-7 game. Morgan Holbert crosses the line. Ryan Schwarting for 3. That one's off the mark, no good. And rebounded by Larson. Kicked it out to Aratani. Cross to McMacken, and he'll bring it up the floor. 1:28 to go. Crosses over, changes hands, a race for it. Ryan Schwarting wins the race. Heads to the hoop, up, and can't get it to fall. But he'll head to the line for free throws. Ryan wanted that one pretty bad, but he couldn't get it to go. Give that foul to Aratani, and that is his first. First one is good. Gives him 7 points here in the first quarter. Second free throw off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Trace Bagan. Tries to get it out, but tracked down by Jared Nelson. Now Bagan on the wing. Up top for Schwarting. Schwarting drives in. Kicks it out for Nelson. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Tried to get it to Campbell. Fortunately, it ends up in the hands of Trace Bagan. Campbell drives down the lane, kicks it out to Morgan Holbert. Pull-up jumper. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lara. 2-on-2. Now Mustangs get back in transition well and shut the play down. Lara keeps it alive, drives to the hoop, and lays it up, and good. Jorge Lara with 5 points. And it's 15-9 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. On the wing for Schwarting. Schwarting in, draws the contact, and an offensive foul. Schwarting put his head down, put his shoulder into the defender, and draws the offensive foul. Now the Mustangs going to keep that pressure up as Victor Vallis now brings it up for the Morrill Lions. Morgan Holbert working against Vallis. Aratani in the corner for Lara. Three-pointer up and misses everything. Rebounded by Nelson. 12 seconds left. Mustangs with chance to get some more on the board here. Nelson in. They find Schwarting with 5 seconds to go. Schwarting kicks it out. Three-pointer, Morgan Holbert. Good! Morgan Holbert at the buzzer. 18-9. It's a 9-point Mustang lead at the end of one.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So we head to the second quarter. The Mustangs lead this one 18-9. So a good first quarter showing by the Mustangs. Morgan Holbert has the basketball. We're ready to get the second quarter going. In the corner for Schwarting. Schwarting gets it out to Corby Campbell. Corby picks up his dribble, needs some help. Morgan Holbert comes out and picks it up. Holbert guarded by Aratani. Free throw line, finds Campbell, up and good. Count the basket and one. Corby Campbell with a good strong move to the hoop that time, draws the foul. And the chance for the three-point play. Give that foul to Zach Larson. That is his second. 8th team foul on the Lions, 7 for the Mustangs as Corby completes the three-point play, makes it 21-9. 7:38 to go in the second quarter. Victor Vallis crosses the timeline, finds McMacken on the right wing, and they go to work. McMacken, top of the key to Harvey. Back to McMacken on the wing. Inside for Lara. And can't get that one to fall. Gets the rebound. Can't get that to go. Corby Campbell with the rebound and a foul on the Lions. That'll be free throws for the Mustangs. Mustangs already into the 1-and-1 They give that foul to Jorge Lara. That is his second. And this may become a battle of attrition if the fouls keep piling up at this rate. Puts Corby Campbell at the line for a 1-and-1. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line so far this evening. That one falls off no good, but there's Trace Bagan pulling down the rebound as Corby Campbell then has it taken away. Quickly ahead to Lara. Lara up and good, and count the basket. So they turn the tables on the Mustangs, come the other way, and a chance to narrow the margin. It's 21-10. As they give that foul to Morgan Holbert, and that is his second. 21-11, 7:09 to go. Morgan and Trace Bagan have to head to the bench. Franzen and Wegner back into the game now for the Mustangs. One shot for Jorge Lara. He's got 7 points in the early going. Yeah, that one's in and out. Tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball, I believe. Yes, it is. So a 10-point Mustang lead. Early going of the second quarter. 7:05 to go. Ryan Schwarting brings it up, and they set the offense. Schwarting, high post for Jared Nelson. Spin move, off glass, good. Jared's got 7, makes it in, off glass too hard. And Jared Nelson comes away with it. Jared down the right sideline, heads to the basket, loses the handle, turnaround jumper, good. 9 for Jared Nelson now, 6.5 to go, 25-11. Now they've got Vallis trapped, and the Morrill coaching staff sees that's not a good thing. They quickly call the timeout. So with 6:24 to go, it's 25-11. Mustangs lead this one by 14. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. And Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. 6:24 to go, second quarter. Mustangs out in front, 25-11. 8 team fouls for the Mustangs, 9 for the Morrill Lions. So the Mustangs now in the double bonus the rest of the half here for the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds of the first half. Vallis guarded closely by Schwarting. In the corner for Lara, three-pointer, high arcing shot won't go. Pulled down by Franzen. Out to Schwarting all by himself behind the defense. Contact, count the basket, and one. Good job by Ryan Schwarting that time to head to the basket, draw the contact, and that is the third foul on Jorge Lara. He has to head to the bench as Gibson comes back in to replace him. Ryan Schwarting with the free throw. This one is up and good. Ryan now 5 for 7 at the free throw line. 28-11 as we cross the 6-minute mark. McMacken guarded closely by Campbell. In the corner for Vallis. Good head fake. Drives to the hoop. Up. That one won't go. Harvey with a rebound. Turnaround put back won't go. And Ben Wagner gets the rebound. Throws an elbow. Got to be careful there as he pulls that rebound down. Here's Franzen across to Nelson. Nelson puts it on the floor and leaves it for Campbell. Drives baseline. Loses his footing. Finds Ben Wagner underneath all by himself. Ben lays it up for 2 more. It's 30-11 as we're now under 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs playing some good basketball, some of the best we've seen this season. McMacken to the wing and leaves it for Gibson. Gibson nearly traveled with it. Gets it out to Aratani. In the corner for McMacken. McMacken drives baseline. And he will be fouled, and he'll have free throws. And that will be the third foul on Ben Wagner. 5:03 to go, 30-11. Ryan McMacken at the free throw line. He's 3 for 4. Now 3 for 5. Rhett Conroy comes in to take the place of Ben Wegner, who has to head to the bench with those 3 fouls. McMacken misses them both. Josh Harvey going to be called, though, for the foul, and now the Mustangs will shoot free throws. That'll be the 3rd on Harvey. And that'll put Corby Campbell at the line at the other end, and he'll have 2 free throws as the Mustangs now in the double bonus. No, they're staying at still a 1-and-1. They had 9 fouls. It is a 2-shot foul. He makes it. It is a 2-shot foul. Doesn't matter. Gets that one to fall and has a second one coming. 5:02 to go. Now 31-11, I believe it should be. Second free throw for Campbell. On the way, and he made them both. Now 32-11. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Victor Vallis picks up his dribble. Now he's hung up. He'll get it to McMacken. Taken away by Corby Campbell. Corby all the way in, and good. Corby Campbell with 7 points here in the first half. 34-11 with 4:35 to go. McMacken drives to the right side. Still with the dribble. Tries to go inside to Larson. Tipped away. And it's Franzen that comes up with it. Hands it off to Ryan Schwarting. And Schwarting will set the offense for the Mustangs with 4:20 to go in the first half. And now Gibson going to be called for his second foul on the reach-in attempt. And Ryan Schwarting back to the free throw line. Ryan Schwarting with 10 points in the first half. He's 5 for 7 from the line. Make that 6 for 8. And it's now 35-11. One more coming for Ryan Schwarting. Second one is up, and it is also good. A good free throw shooting effort this evening by Ryan Schwarting. 36-11 with 4:15 to go in the first half. Behind the back dribble by McMacken. Across and taken away by Trace Bagan. Here comes Trace. Jump stop, shot up, and good. Trace Bagan on the board for the first time tonight. Makes it 38-11 with 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Vallis out to Aratani on the wing. He'll drive in and kick it back to Vallis. Three-pointer on the way. That one's off, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Here's Schwarting with 3:40 to go in the first half. Bagan on the wing. Down low for Rhett Conroy, up and good. Mustangs making it look easy right now. 3:33 left to go here in the second quarter. It's the Mustangs 40 and Morrill 11.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
So 3:33 left to go in the first half. Mustangs with the big lead already at 40-11. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way in a foul-filled first half. 2 Morrill Tigers with 3 fouls apiece and 1 Mustang. Vallis crosses the timeline, and they'll go to work against this man-to-man defense of the Mustangs. Gibson takes it far out on the wing. Now he'll dribble in, works against Franzen. Leaves it out for Aratani. Dribbles to his right, heads to the baseline. Pull-up jumper, good. Ryan Aratani with his first 2 of the evening makes it 40-13. And there's a steal by Gibson. Gibson somehow able to keep his feet and the basketball go in the same direction. Lays it up and good. 40-15 now. Ryan Schwarting works against Gibson. Schwarting on the right wing. Top of the key for Franzen. Hands it off to Schwarting. Schwarting drives in, kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell in the corner for Franzen. He drives baseline into the paint. Leaves it for Trace Bagan in the corner. That one's short. Trace with his own rebound and kicks it out to Ryan Schwarting. 2:23 to go. Franzen. Brad having trouble finding somebody to get it to. Now Schwarting down the lane. Shot up and won't go, but there's Conroy. His shot won't go, but he is fouled. Rhett Conroy heads to the free throw line. Give that foul to Ryan McMacken. That is his first. And Rhett Conroy with 2 free throws. First one falls off, no good. 2:11 to go, 40-15. Jared Nelson comes in. He'll give Ryan Schwarting a break. Conroy lines up the second, and it is good. 41-15. McMacken, one-handed pass to Vallis in the corner. Vallis works against Bagan. Now he'll back it out. Gets it to Gibson. Three-pointer from the wing. That one's off no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell to Nelson with 1:50 to go. Nelson switches hands. Drives down the lane. Shot up. That won't go. And 2 more free throws as Nelson heads back to the free throw line. Jared Nelson with 9 points, as that is now the 3rd foul on Tyler Gibson. So he is the 3rd Morrill Lion with 3 fouls, as the first free throw by Jared Nelson doesn't find the mark. Now into the game is Johnny Hessler. He'll take the place of Gibson. So Nelson with 1 more free throw, up and good. They're going to say the basket is good. We had a lane violation on the Lions. Or what do we have here? No, we've got a foul. We got a foul called on the Mustangs. Didn't see who they called it on. Rhett Conroy. Now Rhett picks up his 3rd, and that puts Larson at the free throw line. We've not had anywhere close to this many free throws in a half, especially a first half this season, as Conroy out and Schwarting back in now with 1:45 to go. It's 42-15. So Larson with 1 more. The left-hander puts it up and misses that one. Campbell comes away with a rebound. They'll get it ahead to Franzen. Franzen back to Schwarting. Schwarting pull up 3. That one rattles out, no good. Slapped out of bounds by Franzen, but he got it to fall off of McMacken's foot. It'll be Mustang basketball with 1:33 to go. 42-15 in the second quarter. Corby Campbell off the inbounds. Good look, knocks that one down. 2 more for Campbell. He's got 9. 44-15. Vallis works against Bagan. Drives to the baseline. He's cut off there. Keeps his dribble. Now he picks it up. Vallis looking for some help. And that's finally picked up by Hessler. Now they'll get it out to Vallis, and he throws it away. 59 seconds left to go in the first half. Mustangs lead at 44-15. $50 seconds for the Mustangs to work here. Schwarting to Franzen in the corner for Nelson for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound by Vallis. 42 seconds now. Vallis brings it up the right side. Bagan picks him up. Now Vallis without his dribble. And Aratani bails him out. Aratani on the wing. Top of the key for Vallis. 25 seconds now as Vallis will pull it back out and they'll reset the offense. Vallis finds Larson. Dangerous pass. Now Larson into the paint. Little runner. That one won't go. Rebounded by Schwarting. Schwarting ahead to Campbell. Campbell works against Aratani. Up. That one won't go. Aratani pulls down the rebound with 4 seconds to go. Down the sideline. They heave it back. That is very, very close by Victor Vallis, but it won't go. So at the half, it's the Mustangs 44 and the Morrill Lions 15. Stay close. We'll get some unofficial halftime scoring totals for you. So let's take a look at some halftime scoring totals. Mustangs lead this one 44-15. For the Mustangs, it's Ryan Schwarting with 12 points to lead the way. Jared Nelson has 10. Corby Campbell has 9. Several players with 3. Let's see, Morgan Holbert, Rhett Conroy, and Brad Franzen each with 3 points. And then Ben Wagner and Trace Bagan each with 2. Mustangs shot 12 for 17 from the free throw line in the first half. So a great job by the Mustangs being aggressive to the basket and drawing a bunch of fouls. For the Morrill Lions, it's Jorge Lara. He has 7 points to lead the way. Ryan McMacken with 3. Tyler Gibson and Ryan Aratani each with 2. And Victor Vallis with 1. And the Morrill Lions 4 of 11 from the free throw line. So a combined 28 free throws in that first half, as it was a foul-filled affair in the first half. Let's take a look at who might be in foul trouble. The Mustangs with 2 players with 3 fouls, Rhett Conroy and Ben Wagner. Morgan Holbert has 2, Jared Nelson with 1, and Ryan Schwarting also with 1. For the band fired up and just about scared us all out of our skin. For the Morrill Lions, they have 3 players with 3 fouls, Tyler Gibson, Josh Harvey, and Jorge Lara, all 3 of those players with 3 fouls. Zach Larson has 2, Ryan McMacken, Victor Vallis, and Ryan Aratani all with 1 foul apiece. So fouls could be a significant part of this second half, as we've got 5 players in the game with 3 fouls apiece as we come out of the halftime break. 6:20 to go before the start of the second half. Mustangs in front 44-15. So 5 minutes left in the halftime break. Mustangs lead this one 44-15. These Mustangs will have one more regular season game after this one. That'll be next Friday night when they host the Valentine Badgers, and then they'll head off to sub-district play. Those brackets not set yet. That district, I assume, will be played in Alliance, and when we know more, we will certainly let you know, as we hope that we'll be able to cover the Mustangs' first-round sub-district game. We will be in action on Monday night when the Mustang girls start their sub-district play as they take on the Chase County Longhorns in a 6:30 p.m. game next Monday night from Alliance, and glad to say that we will be there to bring you that action on Monday night. 4 minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. We'll step aside one last time and be back with the start of the third quarter after this. It's here. The new 2015 F-150 is now available at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. It has the V6 EcoBoost engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
So we are underway in the third quarter. Mustangs with the halftime lead, 44-15, and back to work we go. Laura down the lane and lays that one up and good for two. Gives him 9 points, cuts the lead to 44-17. 7:42 to go, third quarter. Just underway in the second half from Gordon between the Mustangs and the Morrill Lions. Morgan Holbert gets it back, gets it across to Ryan Schwarting. Now back to Holbert. And across to Nelson. High post for Franzen. Out to Holbert in the corner for Schwarting. Three-pointer. That one's off the mark, no good. Franzen with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Nelson. Back to Franzen in the corner. Thought about the three, passed it up. Now back to Nelson. Holbert swings it around to Schwarting in the corner for Franzen. Franzen used up his dribble. Now he gets it to Schwarting. Schwarting on the wing and back to Holbert. Mustangs very patient. There's a three-pointer by Nelson, and that one won't go. Quickly out ahead to Lara. Lara to Harvey. Harvey has his shot blocked and pulled out of there by Nelson. 3-on-2. Here come the Mustangs. Nelson in the corner for Schwarting. Spots up for three. Good! Ryan Schwarting for three. He's got 15 points on the game, makes it 47-17. It's a 30-point lead now for the Mustangs. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Vallis on the wing. Gets it to Larson, that's McMackin. McMackin now goes inside for Lara. That's tipped away and off of Lara. It'll be Mustang basketball with 6:14 to go in the third quarter. Now Morgan Holbert taking his time, bringing the ball across. Schwarting, high post for Nelson. Campbell kicks it out. Good ball movement by the Mustangs here. Long three-pointer by Schwarting. That one's off the back iron, no good. But there's Nelson for the rebound. He'll pull it out, and the Mustangs extend the possession. High post as the Mustangs can't convert. As the words escape me, and here comes McMackin. Hands it off to Lara with 5:35 to go. Lara three-pointer, big rainbow three-pointer. That's out of bounds on the long rebound. Mustang basketball with 5:32 to go in the third quarter. And already in the third quarter, both teams not piling up near as many fouls as the Morrill Lions have gone into a 2-3 zone, trying to keep themselves out of some foul trouble. Now Lara gets a hand in the passing lane. 2-on-1. Lara ahead to Vallis. Lays that one up and good. Victor Vallis now has 3 points, and it's 47-19. Here's Morgan Holbert quickly down. Three-pointer by Schwarting from the corner is good. Ryan Schwarting again. A pair of three-pointers to start the second half for young Mr. Schwarting. We're under 5 to go, and it's 50-19. Mustangs with the big lead. Vallis works the right side. Now back up to Lara. Lara into the paint. Scoop and good. They get it quickly ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Wanted the three. Instead, he goes inside for Nelson. Lays that one up and good. Jared Nelson has 12. Under 4.5 to go in the third quarter now. 52-21. Lara, top of the key. Mustangs in that man-to-man defense. Now he'll pull it back out. Shot up, and that one is short. And it'll be out of bounds off of the Lions. It'll be Mustang basketball with 4:13 to go. Trace Bagan and Ben Wagner both going to check in now, along with Rhett Conroy as well. Now we've got a whole bunch of confusion. Now they come in as Holbert and Campbell head to the bench. Mustangs need to get rid of somebody else as they've got 6 players on the floor. Trying to figure out who is out. That's Brad Franzen that needs to come out of the game. Now they've got it sorted out and back to work. 52-21, 4:10 to go. In the corner for Conroy. Inside for Nelson, up and good. Nelson now with 14 points, and it's a 54-21 lead. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. McMackin inside for Lara. Dribbles it off his foot. Picked up by Vallis. Lara, three-pointer from the corner. That one's short. Bagan with the rebound. Trace Bagan up the right side. Ahead to Nelson. Nelson tried to leave it for Conroy. Instead, it comes all the way through to Schwarting. Bagan swings it around to Nelson. Long three-pointer for him. That one's off the mark. And the rebound pulled out of there by Harvey. 3:25 to go, third quarter. Victor Vallis crosses the timeline. And timeout called by Morrill. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. It's the Mustangs 54 and Morrill Lions 21. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in at 134 North Main Street in Gordon. Well, a quick timeout. Both teams right back onto the floor and back to basketball action with 3:15 to go. Ryan Aratani now into the game. His three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting brings it up the floor. Now he'll set it up on the left wing. They try to trap him, but he gets it across to Bagan. High post for Nelson. Kicks it out. Schwarting, three-pointer. That one's short. And Vallis with the rebound. Under 3 to go, third quarter. Here comes Lara. Lara inside to Larson. His shot won't go, but he is fouled by Ben Wagner. And that is Ben's fourth. So amazingly, after a foul-filled first half, that is the first foul of the second half, and we're at 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. That'll send Zach Larson to the line. He's 0 for 2 today. First free throw falls in, and it's 54-22. As Wagner comes out, Morgan Holbert comes in to take his place. Larson lines up the second one, and it also is good. 54-23. 2:42 to go. Morgan Holbert will back it out as they set up their offense, working against the 2-3 zone. Ryan Schwarting in, leaves it for Nelson. Across to Holbert. In the corner for Bagan. Now back up to Schwarting. Schwarting top of the key to Holbert. Tried to feed it inside and called for the travel. 2:23 to go. Third quarter, 54-23 Mustangs. Now Gibson into the game for the Morrill Lions. Gibson with that mop of bright red hair. Easy to locate him on the basketball court as Vallis drives in. The scoop won't go, and rebounded by Nelson. Quickly out ahead to Morgan Holbert. Good pass to Trace Bagan. Up and good. Trace Bagan has 4. Good job of running the floor that time by the Mustangs. 56-23. Long three-pointer by Jorge Lara is good. Answers right back. He's got 14 points on the game. Makes it 56-26 with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Morgan Holbert to the right wing for Schwarting. Now back to Holbert, and they swing it around to Bagan. High post for Conroy. Leaves it for Nelson, cutting to the hoop. Up and good. Nice play that time. Good look and good ball movement by the Mustangs. 58-26 with 1:20 to go. Here's Lara. Drives into the paint. Kicks it out. Aratani for 3. That one won't go. Conroy clears the rebound for the Mustangs. Here's Ryan Schwarting with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Spin move, kicks it out for Nelson. Nelson across to Holbert. Fakes the pass and drives in. Little floater. That won't go. Aratani with the rebound. Under a minute now left to go in the third quarter. Here's Jorge Lara down the left side. Now he'll back it out. Now keeps his dribble, drives in, pull-up jumper. That one's no good, but there's Larson. His shot blocked by Nelson. Blocked again, Lara. Nelson again, and finally, Jared Nelson going to be called for a foul after a couple of good blocks that time. But Jared Nelson picks up his second, and it'll put Jorge Lara at the line for 2 free throws. Lara with 14 points on the afternoon. And he's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Now he's 0 for 2. Franzen and Campbell in as Holbert and Nelson head to the bench. Lara's second free throw falls in. It's 58-27 with 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Ryan Schwarting picks up the ball, crosses the timeline, and goes to work against this defense. Looking to trap now. Franzen, high post for Campbell. Across to Schwarting. Three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Gibson has his pass deflected by Schwarting, but right back into his hands. Here's Vallis spotting up for three. That one's short, and the rebound by Bagan. Trace Bagan ahead to Franzen. Here comes Brad Franzen down the right side. Franzen clear to the baseline, kicks it out for Schwarting at the buzzer. Good! Ryan Schwarting at the buzzer. Ryan with 3 3-pointers in that third quarter. 61-27 is the Mustang lead. So we head to the fourth quarter. The Mustangs lead this one 61-27. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Scher of Scher Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Main Street in Gordon. And the good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Old Man Winter is back, and whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. And Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. So we get ready to finish this one up. Mustangs lead at 61-27. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Jorge Lara in the corner. Drives in, now he backs it out. McMacken on the wing. Back to Lara. Three-pointer. That one won't go. Misses everything. And it's pulled down by Nelson. Quickly ahead to Morgan Holbert. Morgan high off the glass, had to alter his shot. And there's Rhett Conroy with the rebound, the putback, and the foul. He'll have a chance for the three-point play. 7:38 to go, 63-27. They give that foul to Ryan Aratani, and that is his second. As the free throw no good. That one's taken away by Morgan Holbert. Throws it back in. Brad Franzen finally going to control it and gets it to Corby Campbell. Mustangs with another takeaway. And 7:20 to go. They go to work on offense again. Franzen on the wing, inside for Campbell at the high post. Finds Nelson, lays it up with the left hand, and good. Jared Nelson now with 18 points on the game. 65-27. McMacken up top for Vallis. Now Lara. Under 7 to go. Lara drives in, loses the handle, and they're going to say there was a reach-in foul on one of the Mustangs. That is on Jared Nelson. That is his third. 6:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Conroy out, and Ben Wagner now back in. Third team foul of the second half on the Mustangs. Long three-pointer by Aratani. That one's off the mark, no good, and rebounded by Ben Wagner. He'll get it to Morgan Holbert. Morgan will bring it up the floor. 6:40 to go. On the wing for Nelson. High post for Wagner. In the corner, Nelson, three-pointer. That one won't go. And rebound pulled out of there by Josh Harvey. He gets it ahead to Ryan Aratani. Aratani drives in, shot up. That won't go. And here's Lara with the rebound. The floater in the lane, and it is good. 65-29, 6:15 to go, fourth quarter. Here's Morgan Holbert. Fakes the penetration and gets it on the wing. Now down in the corner to Campbell. Back to Franzen on the wing. Franzen, they'll try to trap him. Goes over the top to Holbert. On the wing for Nelson. Skip pass across to Franzen. Three-pointer. Missed it all. And rebounded by Harvey. Under 6 to go. So a very uncharacteristic atmosphere here in Gordon. There's a lot of events going on, not a lot of fans. The band is left, and things are really quiet in here as Jorge Lara lays up another one. Two more for him, 65-31 with 5:35 to go. Just not a whole lot of buzz going on in the gym at this point. All the way across to Morgan Holbert in the corner for Franzen. Back up for Holbert. Holbert across to Nelson. On the baseline for Campbell. Up to Holbert, but it's tipped out of bounds by Aratani. It'll stay with the Mustangs with 5:14 to go in the fourth quarter. As now Vallis and Harvey head to the bench. Gibson and Larson, I believe, back in. 5:10 left to go in this one. Nelson on the wing for Holbert. Good tune-up for these young Mustangs. That one's poked out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul on Zach Larson that time. That'll be his third. 5:01 left to go, 65-31. Good to see these Mustangs have a little bit of success. They've been on the short end of a whole bunch of these as Corby Campbell gets his first points of the second half. He now has 11, 67-31. Gibson on the left wing for McMacken. Now work it inside for Gibson, and a hold going to be called, and this may have, no, let's see, who did we give that to? Corby Campbell, I believe. It is, and it is his first. Fourth team foul on the Mustangs. Jared Nelson heads to the bench. Lara takes the inbounds pass. In the corner, that's McMacken for three. That one's no good. Larson with the rebound. Put back, tries again. Can't get that one to go. Scramble for the rebound and pulled out of there by Corby Campbell. 4:25 to go. Morgan Holbert brings it up for the Mustangs. On the wing for Trace Bagan. Trace puts it on the floor. Now back up top for Holbert. Franzen. Now he'll back it out. And across to Bagan. Mustangs content to take their time here. Bleed some time off the clock. Franzen backs it out. Under 4 to go now. Franzen drives in, tries to get it to Campbell on the baseline, but it's taken away. Here comes Jorge Lara. That one's poked away by Campbell, but right into the hands of Larson. Back to Lara, and up and good. So Jorge Lara having a great second half here. 3:35 to go, 67-33. Mustangs with the lead. Morgan Holbert gets the pick, drives in, finds Campbell on the baseline, can't handle the pass, but he's able to kick it out to Brad Franzen. Franzen across to Bagan, three-pointer. That one's short, but he gets his own rebound, but he's going to be called for the foul. Coming over the back as he went through Ryan Aratani on his way to the basketball. So that is the first on Trace Bagan. 3:20 to go as McMacken now out of the game and Victor Vallis back in. 67-33. 5 team fouls on the Mustangs, just 2 on the Morrill Lions here in the second half. Aratani for 3 from the corner. That one's off the top of the backboard. Ben Wagner tracks it down. They'll hand it off to Morgan Holbert, and he'll bring it up the floor with 3 minutes left to go. Bagan on the wing. Back to Holbert. Drives, kicks it out for Franzen. Brad Franzen works up to the wing. Now he'll skip it across. Nearly taken away by Aratani that time, but right to Corby Campbell. His turnaround jumper is short. Battle for it, and Morrill Lion basketball with 2:40 to go. And now we're going to see some fresh faces into the game for the Mustangs with the big lead and 2:40 left. Let's see, we've got Ethan Yanni, we've got Brady Bolander, we've got the young Bulldog Sean Combs, and Lane Meeks also into the game for the Mustangs. Lara drives down, pull-up jumper. That won't go, and rebounded by Sean Combs. Combs has the basketball. He's used up his dribble. He needs some help. Now he gets it ahead to Lane Meeks. Meeks going to be trapped. He'll find Combs. Pull-up jumper. That won't go. Battle for it. Then it's Aratani that comes out of there with it with 2:10 to go. Quickly ahead to Lara. Lara gathers it in. Somehow didn't travel and lays it up for 2 more. Bolander sends it in to Meeks. Yanni Now over to Combs, back up to Bolender. Combs on the wing. High post for Conroy. Inside for Yanni. He lays it up and good for his first points of the afternoon. 69-35 with 1:40 to go. And now Morrill Lions going to call a timeout, and they're going to substitute liberally here as well. 1:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mustangs up big, 69-35. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action: Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star. Back to work here as we wind down the fourth quarter. 1:30 to go. And it's Aratani on the wing. He gets it to Hessler, drives baseline, turnaround jumper underneath is good. Johnny Hessler for two. The 5'10 freshman gets his first points of the game. Makes it 69-37 with 1:15 to go. Sean Combs, jumper in and out, no good. Yanni with the rebound, tries to go back up with it, and he is fouled. We're going to have to go to the alternate score sheet here, or alternate program, to see who we've got. 55, they're going to list that as Isaiah Gomez. And that is his first. Gomez, a junior. Yanni's first free throw falls off, no good, but he's got one more coming. 1:07 to go, 69-37. Yanni's second free throw off the back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, tracked down by Harvey, but there's Conroy, and Conroy going to be fouled by Jackson Carpenter, I believe, who's checked into the game. And that is his first foul. So the Mustangs have it back with 1:03 to go, 69-37. Trace Bagan to inbound it, gets it into Conroy. They swing it up to Meeks. Meeks nearly traveled, and he did travel. Meeks trying to swing that ball around in a hurry, and is called for the travel. 1 minute left to go, 69-37. Ryan Aratani sets it up for the Morrill Lions. Works to the right wing, inside for Harvey. He backs it in, turns around, and he's fouled. Josh Harvey will head to the free throw line for his first free throws of the day. Give that foul to Sean Combs, and that is his first. 45 seconds left to go in this one. And this will be our last boys broadcast until sub-district action in a couple of weeks. We'll look forward to that as Josh Harvey knocks his first one down, and he's got one more coming. Make sure you join us on Monday night. We'll have the girls in sub-district action as they take on Chase County. Monday night at 6:30 from Alliance. Trace Bagan sets it up on the wing for Combs. Combs on the floor, works it inside to Conroy. Conroy underneath, can't get that to go, and it's pulled out of there by Carpenter. Quickly ahead to Harvey. Harvey all the way in, lost track of it, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on the Mustangs. And that's Sean Combs picking up his second foul. So Josh Harvey heads back to the line. He's 1 for 2. 21 seconds left, 69-38. First free throw is good, 69-39. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Glad to have you along with us as Josh Harvey now 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Under 20 seconds to go. And that one's tipped away by Aratani, but out of bounds. Mustangs maintain possession with 13 seconds left to go. A cold and wintry Valentine's Day here in Gordon, but it'll be a good one for all of the Mustang fans as big wins by both teams here this afternoon. Under 5 to go. Here comes Josh Harvey. driving down, 2 seconds, three-pointer at the buzzer. That won't go. And the final score, Mustangs 69 and the Morrill Lions 40. Mustangs get their 4th win of the season, improving their record to 4-14. Morrill falls to 7-13 on the season. Stay tuned, hold on, we'll get you some final unofficial scoring totals. Final score from Gordon, Mustangs 69, Morrill Lions 40. So let's take a look at some final unofficial scoring totals for the Mustangs. It was Ryan Schwarting leading the way. He had 21 points. Jared Nelson close behind with 18. Then it was Rhett Conroy with 5. Trace Bagan finished with 4. Morgan Holbert had 3, along with Brad Franzen, who also had 3. Ben Wegner and Ethan Yanni each finished with 2. Mustangs finished the day 12 for 20 from the free throw line. For the Morrill Lions, it was kind of a one-man show as Jorge Lara scored 23 points. 16 of those came in the second half. He had 23, and then there's a whole host of Lions with 3 points. Let's see, Ryan McMacken, Victor Vallis, and Josh Harvey each with 3 points. And then Ryan Aratani, Zach Larson, Johnny Hessler, and Tyler Gibson each with 2. The Lions finished the day 10 for 19 from the free throw line. So in case you missed it earlier, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, Lady Mustangs, came out on top 60-36, and the boys close it out in the nightcap 69-40. Make sure you join us next Monday night, or this Monday night, this coming Monday from Alliance, 6:30 p.m. It'll be the Gordon-Rushville Lady Mustangs taking on Chase County in the first round of sub-district action. Until then, this is Clint Anderson saying have a happy Valentine's Day.